I picked up a bunch of products from Essence Makeup and I spent a whopping 40 bucks. Honey, this is crazy. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm filming another video in my fall drugstore makeup series, except with a twist. I'm going to be using a full face using only Essence makeup. Now, you guys have been talking about Essence makeup so much in the comments of my videos that it really took me to a point where I was like, okay, I need to go to Ulta Beauty and I need to see what the brand is all about. Granted, I have tried products from Essence makeup before, but I haven't really tried out a bunch of products from the brand. So I went over there. I spent a whopping 40 bucks for so many different products, but in my defense, Essence makeup was buy one get one half off, so definitely shop when there's a sale. Let me tell you, save that coin. But we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna see what's good, what's not good, and hopefully we get a really pretty put together fall drugstore makeup look at the end. So if you guys are new here, make sure you guys stop what you're doing and subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn on those post notifications so that way YouTube will notify you when I upload. I tend to upload every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but if anything changes, you have your notifications on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and zoom in and let's get started on this look. So let's go. So for the sake of timing, and because Essence doesn't have an eyeshadow primer within their line, or at least not one that I saw within Ulta, I went ahead and primed my lids off camera. I'm now gonna start off with a transitional shade, and I'm actually gonna use a bronzer. I'm gonna use this right here by Essence. This is the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and this is the one for lighter skin. Honestly, when I saw the shade, I was so obsessed with it. It kind of reminds me of like Hula Light from Benefit. So I was like, okay, I really wanna see what this is all about. I'm actually gonna use this again as a transitional shade just because it is so light, and I feel like it will make the perfect shade to just rock here in my crease. This also smells really good. It honestly smells like self tanner, but like the good self tanner, not the one that smells like, this one smells like the beach. Like, I love it. I'm now going to jump into an actual eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use this one right here. This is called Hello Berlin, and it is so pretty, you guys. I love the colors within this palette. Like, they look absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do, actually, let me think, like, what kind of look do I want to create? I definitely want to create kind of like a mossy green smoky eye, but with a taupe twist to it. So the first shade I'm going to take from within this palette is this shade right here. It is more of that orange shade, and I'm only going to take a little bit of it right here in the socket of my crease, just a tad bit, nothing too crazy. This is just going to warm up the transitional shade a little bit more than what it already is. Ooh, that is pigmented, girl. I went in with way too much. Just gonna go in big circular motions to buff it out. So I'm going to switch to an M433, and the next shade I'm going to take is this one right here. It's kind of like a very, very muted olive shade, and this is also going to go in the crease. I'm going to start just by tapping it right here. I'm going to try not to take it above that orange shade we put in the crease. I'm really just going to put it in the crease and just keep it in the crease. Oh, okay. This looks very, very cool tone, but I'm not mad at it. It kind of looks like a grayish, like a blue gray green, you know? So I will definitely say that the green is doing something a little weird in this area, but I'm not too concerned. I'm not, because I can go in and fix that. What I'm doing now is I'm just taking a blending brush and I'm just making sure this kind of bluish, grayish, greenish color just blends a little bit better, just because it is getting a little patchy up in here, and that's something you want to be concerned about. You never want it to look like patchy in your crease area. So I'm just going to take the extra steps and just go in small circular motions. If you guys have tried any eyeshadow palettes from Essence, let me know down below in the comments, and let me know which ones are your favorites, because if all goes well, I'll be very, very open to checking those out. So let's start working in the brighter green. I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to take it on a smaller brush. This is a Morphe M507, and I'm going to start feathering it right out here. And I like to start packing it and really just depositing the color where I want it, and then once I have the color down, I'll just go in small circular motions and start to blend it out. But wow, that is a really, really beautiful green color. I'm impressed. To be honest, looking at the shades within the palette, they do look a little ashy, they look a little dull, but they're definitely packing a good punch, especially for the price point. I'm gonna take my M433 and I'm gonna start packing it. And while I'm packing it, I'm also going to just start diffusing it out right on top of my lid and a little bit right here into the very inner part of the crease. Just because I'm really trying to go all out, I'm balling out, I'm doing a full-blown mossy green smoky eye. Why not? We're here. Let's do it. I'm also going to take a little bit of this black shade from within the palette, and this is a M514 brush. I'm only going to take this right here in the outer V, and I'm only using a little bit of this to really just smoke out the look. Definitely optional. I know sometimes black can be a little harsh, so definitely just use your best judgment with this. So before we move on to all the fun stuff, which is definitely going to be the shimmers from within this look, I definitely want to go in with my eyeshadow primer and cut my crease. You could also use concealer. So I'm going to do that really quick. I'm not too impressed with the mattes from within this little eyeshadow palette right here, simply because when I did go in with the concealer and I tried to blend it into the rest of the eye like I usually would, it started to get patchy. But I do want to move on to my next set of products, which are products I am most excited for because they came highly requested by you guys in the comments of some of my previous videos. And I'm talking about the Melted Chrome eyeshadows by Essence. I do want to go in with the gold one to start. This one is called Golden Crown, and I swatched these on my hand already, and I am so impressed. Look at this, a foiled dream. Like, now if they can work on their mattes a little bit, we'll be in a good place. But let's actually put this all over. So what I'm doing here is I actually have to go in with a green shimmer from a different palette. This one is actually the new palette by BH Cosmetics in Avocado Toast. It's so pretty. I probably should have just used that one for this look, to be honest. But I really wanted to give Essence a fair chance. I'm not the biggest fan of their mattes. Again, they did get a little patchy out here in this outer part, and I'm all about being straight up honest with you guys. Like, while I do love affordable makeup products, if something just doesn't work for me, I have no problem letting you guys know that. I'm gonna take a little bit of the green from within the Essence palette and then just kind of tap it out here, and wham bam. Everything is very nice and blended. Like, I'm obsessed with that gold though. I really am. I do have another shade from the Melted Chrome eyeshadows by Essence. This one is in the shade Ironic, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and tap it right over the gold just to give it a different shift. This is kind of like a pewter silver, so I'm just gonna take it right here. This gives the look such a different shine. I feel like the mixture between the gold, like the silver and the green, just give this look such a beautiful shift. So let's move on to the face. I am going to start off with primer. I'm going to be using the Essence High Beauty Hydrating Face Primer right here. I want to say that this is a new product for Essence, so I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand here, and then I'm just going to start working into the skin. Okay, so on the display, I want to say it said it was fragrance free, which is awesome because fragrance doesn't really work well for my acne prone skin. But I will say this feels very nice on the skin. Again, very hydrating and moisturizing. I'm going to put this all over. I'm not entirely sure how much this is going to help with longevity. Usually I love primers that really help with longevity, just so that way it keeps my makeup on for a longer period of time. I think that this is more alongside like a moisturizing primer. So if you have dry skin or something like that, I think you may really like this. If you're looking for something that is going to keep your makeup on longer, I'm not sure if this is going to do it for you, but we'll see how things go. Let's move on to foundation. Now within Ulta Beauty, I did not see any foundations from Essence Makeup whatsoever, so I will be using my own personal foundation. I'm going to use this one right here by Almay. This is a fragrance-free, oil-free, and also non-comedogenic foundation that works incredible for my acne-prone skin. So I'm going to go to town, put this all over. If you guys want to see my full coverage foundation routine and how I cover up my acne with this foundation, then check out the video listed up in the cards. Now, a product I do have from Essence is a concealer. It's this one right here. I got mine here in the shade Light Honey. It says on the back that it is a ultra covering liquid concealer with a matte finish. It covers instantly dark circles, blemishes, and tattoos. It's long lasting and waterproof. So I'm gonna take some of this and I'm gonna put it right under here to conceal. And I'm not going to go in with too much just because I have no idea what to expect with this. It has a little bit of a fragrance to it. Not sure how I feel about that, but I'm just going to focus this underneath the eyes. And whatever I have left on my sponge, I'm going to put it down my T-zone, like the bridge of my nose, forehead, and chin. Oh, okay, so this is blending out very, very easily. I usually wait about 45 seconds before I go in and start buffing and blending out my concealer, but because this one was a camouflage concealer, I wasn't sure if it was gonna dry down too fast, so I'm actually gonna wait 45 seconds and then blend this out to see what the big difference is between both sides. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a little bit of loose powder. I did feature this in my last Ulta Beauty New at the Drugstore haul. This is the My Skin Perfector. It's a loose fixing powder. This one is in the shade Light. Now, it does look a little peachy. I did read a comment from one of you that said, you know, that powder is very, very peach-like, so definitely go in with a light hand. So instead of going in with the product on the sponge, I'm just going to dust a little bit of it underneath the eyes because I don't want to fully mess up this look. So I'm gonna look up and then just tap it right under here. Ooh, okay, so it's not too peachy, but that's mainly because I did take it on a brush as opposed to a sponge, so it's definitely just not as opaque, but it is setting my under eye area very nicely. I'm gonna take a little bit of that peach powder and I'm gonna use it to set other areas of my face, like my forehead, bridge of nose, and my chin area. Now, I don't personally have a powder from Essence, so I'm just gonna use what I have. This one is by NYX. You could also use a number 7 powder I've talked about in some of my previous videos to just powder down. So from Essence, I do have a couple of bronzing powders. The first one you guys saw me use in the beginning of the video, which is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I actually really like this shade to add subtle warmth to the sides of my nose. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to drag it right alongside my nose. I feel like you have to have the perfect like nose bronzer, contour, whatever, in order for it not to look super, super harsh. So I feel like this is very, very subtle. Like it's gonna be visible, but it's not gonna be too visible. So I'm just going to run this alongside my nose, and as you can see, my nose has definition, but it doesn't look crazy. So Essence also has this bronzing powder palette here, but as you can see, the bronzers within this palette are a little bit more intense. So I'm actually going to use this shade right here to bronze up my temples, and this is going to be a little bit more visible than the shade Light was on my nose. I do have a blush from Essence. This is actually a blush lighter, and I feel like I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, but like not really killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That's a little aggressive, but I like the fact that there is a blush and a highlighter all in one. You guys know I haven't been too keen on actual highlighter, so I love the fact that I had 2 in 1 and I didn't have to go in with like an extra step. So I'm just gonna run this right here on my cheeks to give me a little bit of luminosity and a little bit of color. This is a really, really beautiful shade. I honestly hope they come out with more shades because I want to say this was one of the only ones I saw. I'm taking a little bit of that highlighter and just dusting it onto my nose and also the bridge, just like a little. So let's finish off with the eyes. I am going to take a flat definer brush and I'm just going to do a cocktail of these 2 greens right here, and I'm just going to run and smoke it alongside my lash line to connect everything together. Then with a blending brush, I'm just gonna smudge and really smoke it out. Another thing I made it a point to pick up was an eyeliner. This here is the Smoky Crystal Ultra Long Lasting Eye Pencil in the shade Sapphire, and I felt like it was gonna complement the eyes very, very nicely. I'm actually gonna put this in my waterline to really just close off the eye to create more of a smokier look. Ooh, this is actually really pretty. It's kind of like a green and it has some sparkle in it. Ooh, I like that. Because this look is a little bit more dramatic than usual, I am gonna go in with some dramatic pair of falsies. I'm gonna use these right here by Kiss. These are the Triple Push-Up Collection Lash Couture Lashes in the style Corset. I think these are gonna complement the look very, very nice. So I'm gonna pop these on really quick and then I'll be right back and we'll finish off with the lips. Last and final thing we're gonna finish off with is the lips. Now I do have a lip liner from Essence. This is the Stay 8 Hour Lip Liner. It is a waterproof lip liner in the shade Because Duh. So I'm gonna take this and I'm actually gonna use it to line my lips completely. And for my lipstick, I actually have 2 lipsticks from Essence. It's from their This Is Nude lipstick line. I have the shade called Bold, which definitely matches the lip liner very, very well. And then I have another one. This one is called 5 Legendary. It is kind of like a brownie shade. I think I'm gonna opt for this over the pink one because I feel like it's a little too pink for this look. So I'm going to use this to go directly over top of the lip liner. I feel like the lip liner made it way too pink, so I'm just gonna go straight in with the lipstick. Now you can stop here, keep the lips just like this, but I definitely want to top it off with a little bit of lip gloss. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for a good gloss. So I'm going to go in with the Shine, Shine, Shine Wet Look Lip Gloss. And this one here is in the shade Bright On. So that is it. This is the final and completed look using Essence makeup products. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little taken back. I really did not think certain products were gonna perform as good as they did. Granted, I really had to finesse the eyes there to really just bring it home, but that's besides the fact. I do wanna jump into some speed reviews because there are some products that I really enjoyed within today's video that I can see myself using in future affordable drugstore makeup looks. One of which is the blush lighter, a blush and highlighter all in one. I really love the concept, all for an affordable price. You guys also know I live for a good peach blush. Like, ugh, stunning, everything and more. I also love the fact that this highlighter doesn't sit on top of the skin. It doesn't look like chunky glitter or anything like that. It blends seamlessly into my skin and provides me with such a beautiful glow. I also want to talk about some single eyeshadows that came highly recommended from you guys. And let me just say, you guys never really disappoint. You guys are always recommending the latest and greatest makeup products. And I'm talking about the Melted Chrome single eyeshadows by Essence. I'm going to Ulta, I'm picking up every single shade, and that is that on that. They are so pretty, so glistening, so foiled, so buttery, like, ugh. I'm really, really obsessed. I feel like these single eyeshadows really take this eye look to the next level because without it, the eyes are a little tragic, I'm not gonna lie, because the eyeshadow palette was just not it. I feel like the mattes within this palette are very patchy, just chalky. They do not blend great, so I do not recommend this eyeshadow palette in particular. It could just be the greens, but it could also be some of their other eyeshadow palettes. If you guys have tried them, let me know your thoughts. I'm just being honest with you guys. Just because products are affordable does not mean I'm always going to recommend them. If I love an affordable product and I think it's bomb, I'm gonna sit here and talk about it all day, every day, but this eyeshadow palette was just a little bit of a flop for me. But that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you guys wanna see more videos just like this, let me know down below in the comments. Comment section is fair game. I always love hearing your recommendations, so leave them down below in the comments. If you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I upload every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you guys aren't going to want to miss it. So I love you, and I will talk to you guys all very, very soon. Deuces.